Hey guys, alright, so this is going to be a movement breakdown of the single arm bent over row. Okay, you can use heaps of different equipment for this, like dumbbells, kettlebells, many different things, but what we're going to be using today is the kettlebell. Okay, so the movement is really good for upper body pulling strength. So all the muscles that are used in an upper body pulling pattern, so your biceps and all your muscles in your upper back. But it also is really good for your core because you're going to have to stabilize and stop yourself twisting while you're pulling with that single arm, as well as because you're going to be in that bent over position. It's good for your lower back, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Okay, so now the big one with it that I see is people hunching over too much. Okay, especially with the loaded up side, you're going to be hunching over. All right. You need to keep your back in a neutral position. So that means not overextending and not flexing either, okay? So in a nice neutral position. And the best way to do it is you set yourself up from the top and you work your way down and you hold that position until you've finished the movement pretty much. Okay, so you stand yourself upright, okay? Switch so your lats and all your upper back, you should feel that switched on, all right? You're not overextending, you just feel those muscles, put some tension into them, as well as your core and your glutes, okay? From here, we're just gonna get some soft knees. So just a slight little bend in your knees, and you're gonna hinge forward at the hips, all right? You're not squatting down to pick it up, okay? You're hinging forward at the hips. Now the position you wanna be in, with just the normal single arm row, you want to be just up off horizontal, because if you're horizontal, you're going to be hitting the ground, okay? And that's a different movement. That's called a pendlay row, but we're just going for the normal row. So you're going to be slightly above horizontal, but you don't want to be right up here, okay? You want to be hinging over. Now, to get yourself into the position, there's two different ways that you can do it, okay? Depending on your level, on your ability, okay? So the first one, the beginner way to do it, all right, you set yourself up, hold everything nice and tight, glutes on, abs tight, upper back nice and strong, okay, hold that position, soft knees, hinge over. Now, just pick it up like a deadlift, keeping everything in that same position, okay, now you're loaded up, you can sort of sort yourself out a little bit, hinge over again, holding everything the way it's supposed to be, and then go into the movement. Okay, what that does is because you're just deadlifting it up and you're not starting in that hinged over position, it allows you to sort of load yourself up a little bit better and hold that position a little bit better. Because what will happen if you haven't got much experience is when you lean over, so you might hinge over with a nice position, as soon as you grab hold of that kettlebell and you start pulling, that next rep, you're going to be going and hunching over. Okay, so it all depends on your ability. Now, if you are able to and you have the awareness and the strength in your back, you can set yourself up, hinge over, keep yourself in that nice neutral position, and go right from the bottom. Okay? Now, with this movement, you want to be pulling with your elbow. Don't think about pulling with your hand. So what happens if you're pulled with your hand? You're going to be pulling the kettlebell or the dumbbell up towards your shoulder. You don't want to do that. You want to pull it with your elbow. Okay, so that brings the hand up towards your side and it'll hit those muscles. It'll target those muscles much better, and you can actually pull a lot heavier weight, because if you're trying to use your arms too much, your arms are just going to blow out rather than hitting your back. So I'll show you what I mean. So when you're hinged over, pulling with your elbow up to the side. Okay, rather than pulling with your hand. And as you can see, I can't even get it up as high because those biceps can't get it up there. Okay, so they're the main points. Okay, keep that nice neutral spine, hinging over, keeping as horizontal as possible, and pulling with your elbows. Okay, now another thing I'll just go over is looking at it from the front. I like the position needs to go just around outside your knee. So you want your feet relatively close, because if you've got wide feet, you're going to be hitting your knees a fair bit and it's going to pull you a bit out of whack. So I have it a little bit closer, my feet a little bit closer than hip width apart, and I have the kettlebell just outside that knee there. Okay? And these are really good because you have to control that kettlebell sort of out there, and you have to resist that rotation with your trunk. Now, if you're doing tempo, if a tempo has been set, then remember, you're starting with the up phase. So out of those 4 numbers in the tempo, you're going to be starting at the 3rd number and continuing on from there, okay? Because you're starting with the up phase, whereas the first number is always the down phase, all right? So just to clear that up, okay? That's about it for this one. Hopefully this helps you out. Good luck with it.